Hello. Yesterday we discussed the learning process and we brainstormed the, the types of learning that we had experienced, the learning strategies, kinesthetic, auditory and visual. We spoke about the stages in our own personal learning process and our knowledge development. And we spoke about the way of categorizing them, which has been done by a person called Bloom and his Bloom Taxonomy. So, yesterday we discussed knowledge, understanding and application. And knowledge is at the base of the pyramid, understanding is the next part, and application is the next part. And altogether, these form the lower order skills. Of course, the skills move higher up, as in stepping up, and we are now going to move on to the higher order thinking skills. So, if you could guess what those skills are, that would be a good thing. So, here we have pyramid that we were discussing yesterday, and at the bottom we have remembering, understanding, moving up to applying. And some of the words that we use with these various stages are, for example, for remember, recalling facts and basic concepts. Understand gets a little more complex. We explain ideas or concepts, so we need to classify them. We need to discuss. We need to recognize. We need to select, for example. The next stage, application, is the use of information in new situations. So here we have the word implement, solve even, demonstrate, interpret. So let's have a look at the next three levels. We have analyzing, drawing connection among ideas. Here we have organize, compare, contrast. And then we go to evaluate, which is justify a stand or a decision, where you have to appraise, argue, defend your position, support maybe somebody else's opinion. And then we have create, where you produce a new or original work. And here we have design, assemble, construct, develop, etc. So tomorrow we're going to be doing about what critical thinking skills do I need to develop. So we have important elements such as reflection. We have finding one's own voice, being able to evaluate. We have combining ideas, which is very important. So for the pair report, we started actually with the creative part, and then we asked you to to come up with a hypothesis, to come up with the aims for your project. We asked you to devise a questionnaire, and then we asked you, of course, to analyze those findings. And so we started for the pair report at the very top, and as you can see, we have arrows here, and these arrows imply that here there is a constant movement between these three stages, whereas at the bottom you progress naturally from remember, understand, apply. The top three HOTs, they circulate. And I have just one more slide to show you. And here we have project-based learning in the pair report, where the pyramid is actually inverted. And what you're asked to do is to create, to evaluate, and to analyze. And that is why many people get out of their comfort zone and they feel that they need a lot of guidance and support. So we are going to be discussing tomorrow the discussion section of your pair report, and that is why critical thinking is very important.